Hey guys, welcome to Sandy Pop. My name is Sandy. Thank you for attending class today. Loona Theory's on its way. My queen Haseul is here. So in today's Loona Theory class, we're going to be taking a look at Twinfish's analyzation of Let Me In and the Carol, My Baby. I know y'all are missing Haseul. I'm missing Haseul. She's back, so this is for her, to her, all about her. Let's go! Thank you, Twinfish. The complete Loona Theory. Every video analyzed. Part 4. Let Me In and the Carol. 3, 2, 1, play. I just love when this song just starts. The strings at the start of it. Guys, we're back in Iceland.
Anything else? We need to discuss the location in which Let Me In was filmed.
Yes.
It was in Iceland, a very cold, harsh place. This setting is central to the meaning behind Haseul's video. Winter, in the seasonal timeline of life, represents sadness, bleakness, death, or an end to things. Winter is the last season before the earth is reborn with the coming of spring. For those of you who live in places with annual winters, you know that winds can be bitter, cold, and unforgiving, and that the season overall is not warm, it is very harsh. This in turn reflects Haseul's heart right now, and how she internally is feeling. She is having an internal conflict with herself, and perhaps her role in the universe. Remember, Heejin desires a vivid, vibrant world, and Haseul's cold environment of hardened conflict does not reflect this. After Haseul says, "Inside my heart, the place that's deep and dark, you barged in then," this eye opens. Who barged in?
Wait, is nobody even driving that car?
In accordance with the lyrics Haseul just sang. It can't be a coincidence, she says as she gets out of the car. But look, what are those lined up in a perfect little path? That is a perfect pathway of diamonds in a straight row. No, that can't be a coincidence. The truck dropping her off being yellow can't be a coincidence either. At this point, we know yellow represents Yeonjin. But why did Yeonjin bring Haseul to this place? Haseul knows this can't be a coincidence either. What conflict is she to overcome? Sorry to keep stopping the video so early. There's just so much to cover.
No, Haseul has such pretty fingernails.
They were believed by the Greeks to be the tears of the gods. They symbolize purity and innocence due to their beauty and beauty, and when seen, they encourage the aspect of truth and trust. I would also like to add that, in earlier civilizations, the diamond was seen as the magical intermediary between man and the unforeseen forces of nature that define his fate. Perhaps when Haseul wields the diamonds, she gains control over her fate. I believe that is why she is gathering them as a weapon, for she is smart and growing confident in herself. Let's see what our green girl will do with them once she...
You gather them as weapons, Haseul.
An airplane? In the middle of Iceland?
It's about to get down.
It's more likely than you think. An airplane that has crashed can represent lack of confidence or not believing in one's abilities. It can also mean that something in your life is in danger of ending quickly. These symbolic meanings coincide with the environment she is in. As we said before, winter represents death, bleakness, and end. It is harsh, bitter, and unforgiving for all life. Animals hibernate, leaves fall and die, the sun barely shines. Winter is hard for living things. But, again, why would Haseul feel so melancholy? Why is she losing faith in her soul? Perhaps when she takes it upon herself to hunt for the diamonds, she is trying to accumulate information about a truth unbeknownst to her.
Wow. To be honest, I had no idea she was collecting diamonds in that video. I had no fucking idea.
What just happened? Let's look at it a bit slower. First, we saw Haseul sitting atop the airplane. This could represent her trying to control it by sitting down on it. We next see her standing in a smog-filled field, covered with snow, but with some greenery rising through. Life is coming back into the bleak, cold winter. This shows that Haseul is going along with her trying to control her lack of self-confidence, burgeoning and growing, much like us.
You grow, girl. Be confident.
The winter is melting to allow life back into her. But then, she sees the diamonds. Haseul turns towards the mountains. And who does she find? Okay, we have to slow that down again. First, the camera focuses on Haseul. She seems like she's seeing something, as if someone is beckoning to find or follow them from the trails of diamonds they left. We then see the dove, or Haseul, herself, as the dove. Next, we see a diamond behind a rock, then Haseul the dove with a diamond over her head. I believe the diamond over her head, after seeing the diamond behind the rock, is signaling to the real Haseul that the dove Haseul is behind a rock. The real Haseul needs to find the dove. That's why the dove has left the trails, has sent Haseul subconscious messages. The dove needs to be found. I really feel bad for stopping as much as I am, but Let Me In has many things we need to look at. For instance,
stop as much as you need.
Stopped at a diamond over Haseul's left eye. If we go back, we can see the dove Haseul had one as well. Why the left? Not the right like Asian spider? Let's review that transition. We see Haseul in the smog-filled greenery, which we established that it reflects her growth, life, and burgeoning, much like the rebirth of spring. We see her here after the diamond was over her eye. Then, it quickly flashes to Haseul in a dark, icy, frigid place. This means that something is about to end, as winter is representative of death in the seasonal timeline of life. Something drastic is about to happen, something is about to die. Let's talk about the ice. Ice is the frigid, rigid state of water. This is a drastic difference between the fluid, lively movement of flowing waters, much like the ones in paradise. Its coldness, absence of life and movement, and difficult texture are not conducive for human life. Ice is only present in winter, when the animals hibernate, when the trees turn bare, and when the sun is always hidden. This is a time of year in which life physically cannot flourish. Ice is also somewhat of an impenetrable source. It is hard to break through, slippery, and painful. So what does this have to do with Haseul? Well, we can connect the actual environmental climate to the climate of her soul right now. She is in inner conflict, one in which she has lack of confidence and a cold approach. She is seeking truth, or utilizing a truth she has just learned in attempt to find peace. Remember the dove eye that opened after she said it and marched into
Haseul's story is so awesome. Yes, personal growth.
I'm sure you all know what doves are representative of, but in case you don't, I'll tell you. First and foremost, doves are most known to represent peace. In the story of Noah's Ark, Noah sent a dove out to see if the waters had subsided. When the dove came back with an olive branch in its beak, Noah knew that the waters had abated, and that all was at peace between the heavens and earth. They also represent peace of the soul and baptism. Doves can be linked to freedom, as they were the one animal allowed to leave the ark, and are also known to bring messages of salvation. With this knowledge, we can infer that the dove Haseul is seeing is one of two things. 1. It is a manifestation of her inner turmoil, or 2. It is an extension of peace from Eden. I personally believe it has a double meaning in Haseul's lore. Back to doves. The eyes of doves, or the saying, "Thou hast dove eyes," is important here as well. Doves are lovebirds, and are often released in matrimony. When one finds a partner, they stay faithful to their one mate, much like the ideals and vows of the bride and groom. So, the eyes of doves reveal the connectedness between lovers. Think, the girl is the boy's girl, or that Haseul keeps stating that her and her half are the same being. These eyes of doves only look to their mate, just as Christians only look to their God, just as people only look to their king. The dove's eye open on her right, but Haseul say the diamond with her left. and we know exactly who has relations with their left eyes. Cherry, Vivi, and Olivia are all girls who have encountered sin and who have rejected the ideals of Eden. So Haseul seeing the diamond with this same eye means that she is looking for truth, or that her dove eyes are clairvoyant and can see the future events that will unfold. This scene is used more to outline the parallels. A small paper airplane lands beside the crashed plane,
I remember
comparing
that.
the death and decay of something to a new arrival and invitation. We will learn who sends the paper airplane later. For now, I feel as though I should briefly discuss
Cherry,
the
maybe?
story of the Little Prince.
Or Hunjin?
Haseul stated in a Loona TV episode that her photo shoot concept was based off the story of the Little Prince. It's a rather popular story that was written to critique societal flaw. In the story, the narrator lands on Earth and later encounters the Little Prince. The narrator was a pilot, and his plane had crashed far from civilization. The prince and narrator then meet, as they are the only two in that general area. But now that I mentioned it, isn't Haseul's
no
video
idea.
a lot like the events in The Little Prince? Her plane, which is what had brought her to the Looniverse, is just like the narrator's. Both the narrator and Haseul land in a bleak, decaying land, far from civilization. However, in Haseul's case, we can assume Yunjin manifested her here after creating green. That is why Haseul is ushered in with the yellow truck. In The Little Prince, there is a yellow snake met by the Little Prince, and it offers to bring him home if he ever wished to return. Interesting to note that Yunjin's yellow is what brought Haseul home, into the Looniverse. So the parallel outline reflects the broken down airplane that had brought Haseul here, and the new, dainty invitation that will bring her to her fate in future. This will trigger the domino effect needed for all girls to come together. We pause here to look at the scene alongside the
Ooh,
lyrics.
hey Dove.
Here,
I remember being so confused when I first saw this video. I was like, who's the girl in the white hair?
In reference to the dove, or the Little Prince. They act as an intruder, something to try and penetrate the cold, icy walls that she has built. The next lyric she says is, I hesitate, meaning she's hesitant to let the dove in. She is hesitant to allow the extension of peace from the Eden girls get to her. She also is afraid to allow freedom into her life. If she
Don't be
takes this
scared,
opportunity,
Haseul.
she can be free like the other Eden girls. If she allows the fleeting dove in, it can melt away, the frigid ice enveloping her soul and being. Obviously, this is a scary thing. Much like the narrator in The Little Prince, the regular Haseul is questioned by the deaf Haseul, which represents the Little Prince. This is why the normal Haseul has the diamond over her left eye, for she knows the truth about this world and what can happen if she were to give in to temptation or deceit. Again, we are pausing to look at this alongside the lyrics. Normal Haseul and deaf Haseul just looked at each other with their deaf eyes, as they are inseparable, and only have eyes for each other, their other half. Remember what we said about doves and their faithfulness? Now, Haseul asks, will I be you? Or will you be me? This does pose a pressing question. Which aspect of Haseul will reign supreme? Will her desire for truth, or will the beckoning extension of peace pull her in by flaw of human nature?
Queen! Hit that note! Get on your knee. Walking like a boss.
In case you haven't realized, the scenes where deaf Haseul is walking through a snowy darkness is actually Haseul's heart. Shocking, I know. Remember how Haseul says her heart will grow cold again, and that she needs the truth and inner peace to defrost it? And also that she wants a flower to thrive amongst the cold? The dove, who is basically Haseul's other half, offers peace and ease on her soul, freedom, and healing when she attempts to enter normal Haseul's heart. But Haseul cannot accept, especially not since she knows the truth that lies ahead, and that she also, like the narrator in The Little Prince, cannot get the deaf Haseul to answer. The questions Haseul has about the deaf's world, which is Eden, the place Haseul is supposed to reside. As the Eden girls try to warm up Haseul and allow her to grow, she cannot justify why being in Eden is the right choice. She won't be able to until she finds answers. But, as both Haseul's are extensions and reflections of the combined total being of Haseul, I believe that the answer she is looking for is within herself. She must look for it on her own. Does this mean that
you
she
can do it? Oh, I'm glad they included the note.
Okay, a lot just happened. Let's review what we just saw. First, did you notice the climate change? The ice and snow have melted.
I did, yeah.
Replenished by rain. Rain allows for plants to drink and things to grow. We are now witnessing Haseul's guards being melted away, as she is going to make a decisive decision. The lyrics then also say, looking more like you, becoming more used to you. Solely, your girl. Why is this important? This is like a declaration from Haseul to herself that she only thinks for herself and will not be swayed by messages or offers from others. What she believes is what she believes.
You steadfast queen.
Running towards her target, the olive branch extended by the Eden girls, one that would heal her, embrace her, and offer her peace. She drops 4 diamonds, each one representing a 1/3 girl, and Haseul's disregard for their offers or opinions. This leaves one shot to get this right, and to end this inner turmoil for Haseul once and for all. Then, just as she takes aim, Haseul utters the words,
Je ne sais même pas par où commencer.
This, translated, means, I don't even know where to begin. Why would she say that before shooting her deaf counterpart? Well, what she is about to do is a direct refusal of the dove, which is furthermore a direct refusal of peace and contentment. Haseul has begun to think for herself after seeing the truth. She may not know definitively, but she knows that she must do this. The conflict within herself will not fade, just as it unclearly came about as well. She doesn't know where to start when fixing her broken wings or figuring out where she stands. All she knows is that she must pursue her own original thoughts and feelings. This rejection of the
you go, girl.
is one of them.
Just shot her.
Haseul stands amidst her melting heart, holding the olive branch that she had shot down. In my opinion, this shows that the dove being her physical counterpart was a figment of her imagination, and that she just saw her turmoil in the meaning of the dove. That is why, at the end, while standing in the foggy, rainy, and melting environment, Haseul whispers wish while holding the dead dove. The meaning of her uttering wish is a bit varied. In my opinion though, she wishes she hadn't killed the innocent, pure, and peaceful bird. It was just looking for the mate that it was destined to be faithful to, yet, when it crossed paths with the defiant girl, met its cruel fate. It is just in Haseul's human nature to show remorse for the selfish act she just committed. But now, in her clairvoyant and truthful eyes, she has forbidden the extension of peace and rejected it by destroying it.
Kind of badass. Right, we're moving on to the carol, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Can't wait for the holidays.
I know I said that I would omit the carol, except for making a few points. Basically, the carol alludes to the next girl, as it came out a month before Eugene was revealed. Anyway, remember what this present looks like. Huh. A prince. This will be an important symbol in the future as well. Who does Haseul see in the window? We won't find out until much later, but nonetheless, I needed to point it out. Again, another regal item that I pointed out. Keep this item in mind as well.
What is it?
It's rather beautiful.
A dress?
No?
Guys. That is all we have today for Loona Theory Class. Y'all, thank you so much. Comment below so I can take attendance. I know you don't want to miss class mark for this. Today we learned that Haseul is a goddess, obviously. I always find it interesting to watch these Twinfish videos because it gives me so much more in-depth analysis, like pretty much scene by scene what everything means, like what those diamonds meant in Haseul's video. I would have never ever known. I just really enjoy this type of stuff. Thank you so much, Twinfish, for these videos. Thank you all the subs and orbits who keep on telling me, go watch this stuff, Sandy, you'll like it, because I love it. Thank you. Again, thank you for attending another Loona Theory class. My name is Sandy. You've been hanging out at Sandy Pop. Till next time, be safe, stay cool, be awesome, be super, be fantastic, be incredible. Goodbye.